or like at the park or something.
All right. How about Liz? Why don't you come over and act like you're the horse and try and get Cody, you try and get the knot untied if Liz got spooked. Okay, that wasn't very quick, was it?
No.
Okay, so would you conclude that that's not a quick release knot?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. All right, Cody, you go over and try and be the horse for Liz's knot. And Liz, you try and get the knot untied. All right, that wasn't very quick either, was it?
No.
So you don't think that's a quick release knot either, do you?
No.
Okay. So you guys both tied those knots. Why?
It's the only knot that I know how to tie.
Okay. All right, why don't you guys go back to your ropes and let's look at a quick release knot. There we go. This is what a quick release knot should look like. So look at that and decide if you can figure out how to tie that knot. So why don't you guys go try the knot now that you've seen the picture?
Can you show me again? I'm really confused.
Sure. You just start it with over there, and then you bring it and you make a loop, and then you hook it under, and then you pull it.
Wow, thank you.
Very good. Okay, now you've both tied it. Why don't you, Liz, you come over and try and be the horse for Cody's knot, and Cody, you try and get the knot untied. Okay, that was a lot quicker, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we assume that Liz's is going to work the same. So now, why don't you guys try it again, just to make sure you got it. Okay, you guys both think that's a lot quicker than
Yeah.
the first knots? All right, good. What did you two find difficult about this activity?
I would have to say doing it a different way, tying the knots a different way, because I'm so used to just looping it around the post that actually tying it correctly was difficult.
How do you problem solve? How do you, in everyday life, how would you solve a problem?
You like have to look at it first and then like try to figure it out, and then if you can't, just go back over it and look at it and try to figure it out.
I would do it by trying some different things like we did with the knots. I did it my way, and then I tried tying it this way, and I got it. And so I guess just trying different things.
So what helped you most, watching and looking at the picture, or just figuring it out on your own?
Well, they both helped, but probably the picture, because it showed you how you can tie it.
What about you, Cody? I noticed you looked on with Liz.
Well, like friends can really help. Like I was really confused, and so Liz helped me, and I looked at the picture and I didn't really understand it, so Liz helped me a lot.
Okay, good. Can you think of any other places that you would use knots every day?
Like tying your dog to a chair while you like sit down for a second or something at the park.
Okay.
Tying your shoes.
All right, that's a good one. Well, what about, can you think of any other uses for this particular knot, the quick release knot?
Tying your horse in a barn or
Okay.
something.
What are some other examples?
When you like tie up a Christmas tree to the top of your car.
Okay, that's a good one. What have you learned about problem solving today that can help you in your other problem solving activities?
Friends can help a lot.
Okay, that's good. So now that we've learned how to tie a quick release knot safely and accurately on the fence post, let's go work with the horses. All right, before we tie our knots, we have accomplished that you both know how to tie quick release knots now. right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Why would we tie to a post on a fence board as opposed to the board itself?
Well, with a fence post, it's like into the ground, so it'll be harder for the horse to like break away and like break its halter and everything.
Okay, good.
And if you tied it to a fence board, then the board can pop off and it could like hit the horse and hurt it.
Okay, good. All right, now why don't you guys go try and tie your quick release knots? Good. All right, just to make sure they're quick release knots, why don't you both try and release them? Very good. Now you've learned how to correctly tie a quick release knot, and you may end up saving a horse or a friend in an emergency if you needed to untie your horse quickly now that you know how to tie a quick release knot. Very good. I think it's a lot easier when kids can figure out how to learn and do things on their own instead of having someone drill them on it.
In school, you use a textbook and you just have to learn it by that. But with this, you can learn it by actually doing it your way and trying different things.
It was a really good experience of how to learn something and not just like learning it from looking at stuff, but actually interacting with the things and learning how to do it.
It's a lot more interesting, and I think that you can remember it a lot better that way, by learning it your own way.
Understanding where the money goes is a life lesson for the elementary age youth in this family.
We have discussed about how our finances impact what we can do. I know you guys want to take a trip, so I have gone and looked at some vacation packages. And one package was to Disneyland. Okay? Big smile, right?
Yeah, Disneyland.
Okay? After we did everything out trying to decide how much it would cost for all of us to go, how much is up at the top?
$3,982.98.
$3,982.98. That's not including food.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's a lot of money.
That's also just going, our airline tickets, car rental, and our hotel room. But we wouldn't be able to buy anything. So
No
we figured no
souvenirs.
souvenirs, nothing. So we're thinking for food, souvenirs, doing other things, we need probably another $1,000. So if we added 1,000 to that, how much would it be?
$4,982.
We rounded off. What's that?
$5,000.
5,000. So basically, that's what we have right here.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's 1 month's salary.
Yeah, 1 month's salary right here.
That's all the money your mother and I make for 1 month.
Wow.
So we could do a couple of things. We could say, forget about everything else. Let's go to Disneyland, take the money and run, or we could pay some bills. So what do you think our options are?
Well, if we do go to Disneyland, you won't be able to pay your bills or nothing.
And if we don't pay bills, what happens?
Lose the house.
And we could go to Disneyland and eat for a couple of days, and then what?
We're out of here.
Then we could eat again for the rest of the month.
Well, there's an alternative. What else could we do rather than go to Disneyland?
You pay the bills.
Well, I mean vacation-wise.
Somewhere less expensive.
There you go.
So we looked at another one we know you guys like, and that's going to Busch Gardens, Williamsburg.
No, this one's how much?
Well, down here for our tickets, hotel, and then not only would we get to go to Busch Gardens, we could go to all of the theme parks. We would go to Water Country USA, Jamestown Settlement, Colonial Williamsburg, in addition to being able to go to Busch Gardens. And then we could also stay for 5 days instead of 3 days.
But would we have money for food?
Plus, well, ticket costs for that are $566.75. The hotel total is $159.80, and the whole package is $726.55. But that, like you said, it doesn't include any food. So we figured with food, gas, wanting to buy things, $1,500 total.
That's a lot cheaper.
Well, yeah.
3,000 to 15 to 15.
But before we could put down $1,500 for a trip, what else do we need to do?
Pay bills.
See what's left over. So that's what you guys are going to do. You're going to look at the things that we pay each month. And we want you guys to pick a pile.
Health.
No, not a pile of money. We want you to pick a pile of bills. And then you're going to pay them.
I'll take the one.
Which one is that one?
Clothing, $327. Oh.
Start with your 20s.
What goes with the steady porn side of it? You put salt
And the
in
North Carolina state tax man thanks you.
Groceries, $402.98.
Why do you think pay that much?
Because we buy a lot of food.
Social Security.
Yes.
We have to pay for
it.
that?
You guys do for a regular basis.
Yes.
Fast food, $44.85.
You think that one's important?
Not really.
Not really?
Retirement.
Yeah.
You can just put it on top.
Your mother and I could come live with you when we retire.
No.
Okay. We'll pay retirement. Huh?
20, 40.
What is that?
Electricity.
Electricity. Do you think that's important?
Yes, very, very, very.
Very important.
$143.
40, 50, 51, and 50
$143.
40, 80, 100,
200.
40.
What's
Cell
that?
phones.
How much?
$119.98.
Cell phone's important?
Yes, because if you get stranded out in the middle of the road and you need to call a tow truck or something.
Okay.
That's what we pay to keep our cars.
Oh. Like
We didn't buy our cars all at once.
so like you have to pay for your license plate?
No. Well, a car costs a certain amount of money, and they tell you if you pay us this amount every month, you can have the car.
That's 100.
Every month?
No, I've already took some out of that.
For 3 years, maybe 5 years, and after you finish paying for 3 or 5 years,
Your car is
the
done.
car is yours.
Okay, what's that one?
Loan repayments and credit cards.
Okay.
$319.
Yes.
Thank you.
Very
You
much.
get to keep your car another month.
I gotta pay that every month?
Every month.
Wow.
All right, $328.92.
Is that
Write
enough?
down?
You have the pen.
How much?
How much money?
$328.92.
How much is that trip?
This trip is $1,500.
Okay, so I think somebody
Well-
should divide $1,500 up by the 328. Well, just make it 329. You round it out. You got it.
Round it off.
So, how many months would it take to save that amount of money up?
I don't know.
That's your whole number.
4,
4.5.
5.
So 4.5 months. That's how long it would take to save that up for that trip.
It's not too bad.
Not too bad. Okay. Were there any things that you guys were surprised about?
The car note
The car note you were surprised about.
Yeah, car note.
and the mortgage.
Okay, what else?
There's a lot of money.
There's a lot of money. Okay. Do you think there are any things in here that we could have spent less money on, that we just spent too much money on?
Groceries.
No.
Really? Do you think we spent too much money on groceries?
No. How much for groceries?
Would you
again?
like you think we could stand to eat less?
Yeah, like $20.
How about gas?
I got one.
Gas, do you think we spend too much for gas for the cars? It was $116.41.
Well, we could
Fast food. Fast food was $44.
instead of just.
Okay.
How about if we? I mean, instead of driving everywhere, we could like if it's just right across the street or something, we could ride a bike or something or walk over there.
Well, we do mostly driving for
Like jobs.
Church,
Mom and Dad have
work.
to go to
groceries.
Okay, so what are some things that you think we could limit?
fast food.
Cell phone.
You're stuck on fast food. Are you you're ready to give up fast food, Eli?
No.
Okay.
We
Just
could
saying that
limit.
because we spend a lot of money.
We could limit on the cell phone, like one call a day.
Okay, but that's the amount, that's what it cost us this month. And that's because we didn't go over our minute. So it's either pay that or not have it. Those are the only two choices.
I don't know about that.
Well, let's see. What other bills do we have?
House supplies.
Okay. We could probably cut back on house supplies. What kind of things are included in house supplies?
Painting. I'll paint.
Yeah.
We bought some paint. We bought salt for the
Septic.
Septic
no,
system.
for the water system. We bought some stuff to clean up the house.
Yeah. The brooms and stuff like that. We could cut down on like. We could limit our supply of dishwashing detergent or stuff like that, or
Well, we could use it more efficiently.
yeah.
We can only use it like once often or something. Like we shouldn't like push a whole bunch of dishwashing like
And
on one dish.
Yeah.
So
Don't
you
waste toilet paper.
Okay. So you think house supplies is a big one?
Yeah.
How much do you think we could reduce that by?
$50.
Yeah.
You think we could reduce it by $50?
You're right. About 10 or 20 or
You think we could reduce it by $10?
Yeah.
Okay.
about 20.
Okay. What else?
What's the one above loan?
Above loan?
Yeah,
Well, that one we don't have a choice about. Gotta pay those.
that's the one above loan.
Tithes for church. That's a big chunk. So that one, it's got to be there. Okay. What else?
What's that one right there?
That was one, and I was hoping you guys would notice it, but I'm wondering
That's
how
the
you
one
feel
it says.
about it.
What is it? Clothing. No comment.
So what do you think about that one? You think we should spend that much?
Not if you're going through your grocery. That's,
Well, remember, we're
We can
talking
sell
Busch
clothes.
Gardens.
We could sell clothes.
We can sell clothes,
Oh, so you want to increase our income?
which is another option.
Well,
But nobody's willing to reduce this amount. You kind of feel that this is real important. Now, you picked out things like fast food, which was $44. Picked out house supplies, but this is significantly more than those. So you don't think there's any way we could reduce that?
If we... I don't know.
Don't mess them up. Don't go running outside and
No,
dirt and junk.
Yeah.
Don't mess up your shoes like me.
Yeah. That would help.
Is that snacks up there?
Okay, so you're done with this. You don't think this should be changed at all. We leave this one alone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that snacks?
Which one?
All the way at the top?
This one?
Yeah.
No. That one is savings. Why do you think we have savings?
So if we run out of money, we'll have some extra money.
For things like what?
Busch Gardens?
Now, those are kind of separate. Savings has some specific purposes for us.
Put it in the bank.
Why?
So that when you
For
want
like
to...
college or stuff.
Yeah, college, getting a car.
Okay. Well, actually, for Daddy and I, it's even more immediate than that.
What do you mean by that?
What if there's an emergency? What happened when we didn't have the washing machine and dryer? That when the dryer acted up really
We had the
badly.
washing machine.
We had the washing machine, but we had to hang clothes outside.
Yeah, because what?
The dryer was messed up.
It did not work anymore.
Yeah.
So you guys remember hanging clothes up?
Yeah.
Okay. How'd you feel when we got the new washing machine and dryer?
Happy.
Where'd that come from? Where'd that money come from?
Saving.
Yeah. What are you doing when you organize your bills and you pay them?
Sharing.
No, it's not sharing. It's money management. Okay, what happens if you don't do this? What do you think could happen if you didn't do this?
You could lose everything.
Yeah, you could lose everything. Because what if there are certain bills that have to be paid and you didn't pay them?
Yeah, like car repo.
Yeah, things like they could come and get your car. They sure could.
Or
What else?
Your electricity could get shut off.
What else?
Your water could get shut off.
Okay. So, but what else do you think learning how to manage your money would be helpful?
Like in 4-H, I have to keep up with stuff. Like every time we have a meeting, I have to write down everything that happens, and because I'll have to display it the next time we group together.
Right. So if you don't write those things down, what happens next time you have a meeting?
The people that weren't there don't know what happened.
Yeah.
So you have to keep up with what's going on.
Yeah.
You have to decide what's important, what's not important.
Where else do you have to do that?
school.
Yeah, school. What do you have to manage in school?
Your agenda.
Your work.
Your agenda.
Yeah. and
What you're doing good and what you're supposed to do.
Your money.
Is it just in school?
No. Look. Your
What about when you come home from school?
your
Cleaning.
chores and stuff like that.
Doing your homework.
So instead of managing money, what are you managing then?
Time.
That's time management. You write down what it is that you need to do so that you can make sure that you get everything done. What happens if you don't get your homework done?
You're
You'll
gonna
get
pay the consequence in
bad
the morning.
grades.
You get bad grades, but usually that's not what will bother you about not getting your homework done. What's more immediate?
My homework.
Getting yelled at.
You know, there's times when you don't want to face who. If you don't get your homework done, who don't you want to see?
Your teacher.
Besides your dad.
My teacher.
Yeah, your teacher. That's what you usually say. My teacher's going to kill me.
Can you manage your time the same way we manage money?
Yeah.
How? What's the way you can do that? You don't know?
Cut out things that you think are important that aren't really important. And
What does Daddy cut out during the school year that you guys get to do during the summer?
We watch TV over the summer.
Yeah. Daddy cuts television out. You guys don't turn the TV on during the school year. Why? What are you
Because-
managing?
Your
homework. Your
because
education.
you have to manage your time. And you can't do that with
The
TV,
TV
on.
on because every time someone else is watching TV in the house, you'll just want to finish up your work and stuff.
But like
I wanna
over
go
the
watch
weekend or something, when you don't have projects to do or something, you can turn on the TV. Or over the summer, you turn on the TV because you don't have that much to manage.
So, what do you guys think we are going to need to do to go to Busch Gardens?
Or is it still worth it? Do you still want to go?
Yeah.
We'd need to commit as a team in order to do it.
Do you think we could pull together and save that kind of money?
Yeah.
It was exciting watching it go from the abstract to the concrete.
It was interesting.
They really got a good sense of what it is we do.
We started off with the huge stacks of money, and it went down to a little pile.
With ties, I thought that they were going to think, well, that's a pool of money, you know, that we could use elsewhere, and he didn't even consider it. And I'm really surprised that I guess he's been listening that much, or he really sees the importance of it. And I wasn't expecting that at all.
Or that they've taken on our values
Yeah.
that deeply.
Yeah.
Knowing that my parents pay all this stuff for us and to keep the house and stuff like that, it helps me out knowing that it's not all free, and it's good to know that you have parents that'll do that for you.
It's new to me.
I didn't know some of the stuff that we were counting was that expensive.
I pretty much have the same reaction to the mortgages as they had.
Neat, exciting, different, cool.
Less work for us.
Less work.
Yes. I really like the freedom of it.
Letting them go actually worked better.
We got to do what we wanted instead of having instructions to follow.
Yeah, it makes you feel more independent and makes you feel good about yourself.
And I learned about very good teamwork and how to work together.
It's much better to be free and be able to brainstorm your own ideas.
They didn't have to sit there and listen to us.
And then you show them, well, kind of ask them questions about what they did to see if they got anything out of it.
You definitely have to work together. I like figuring out myself.
Because I have my own mind, so I like to use it.
This middle school 4-H club learns how to select nutritious foods on a budget.
Do you remember when we used to talk about the food guide pyramid and how many servings a day it's important to have? Can you tell me how many servings you need for fruits and vegetables? Look on your food guide pyramid.
35.
4. Okay, so when you do the shopping exercise, remember that we're only doing it for one meal, so judge it based on your food guide pyramid.
Okay, we're gonna give you 15 minutes and $20 for both teams, and you have to go and shop around and prepare food. We'll get food so you can prepare a dinner for 4. As I said, you have 15 minutes, and over the PA they're gonna remind you when you have 10 minutes, and they're also gonna remind you again when you have 5 minutes. And when time's up, you have to go to the checkout and just go immediately there and check out and get the food. We're also gonna give you clipboards, calculators, and pencils. I'll just give those to you now. Oh, okay. Calculators. Oh yeah, here's your money. Keep that real safe. And 2 pencils. And clipboard.
It's very important that you discuss with your partner each purchase that you're going to buy. Like if you're going to buy apples, explain why you're buying apples. Discuss it with each other because we're going to ask you later why you chose that product. Remember to not go over the time and don't go over your money. Keep in mind that when you have $20, it's going to be tax added on. So when you get close, stop. Go.
You want to start at the top and get some dessert? Sure.
Hold on, so we gotta check the servings. About 5. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
we don't want to go over.
Okay, and that is 1504. Well, make it something else. See, we can get this for 4. For 4. That is $6.86.
Red sea, that's 99 cents. Yeah, let's get some red grapes. Put down 99 cents.
Grapes. Here's some dinner rolls. What does it say?